Good morning, I'm Dena Davidson, Campus Life Director of Thrive School. I don't know about you, but normally every Sunday morning is this terrible rush to get to church. And that's really bad because I go to the Sunday night service, and so I really have no excuse, but for some reason it seems like every single time I'm walking into church, I'm, finishing texting a few people, I'm slamming through the parking lot, irritated, and I finally get in, and it's like 2 worship songs before I've even thought about God. But I don't know what it was. A couple weeks ago, I had this experience where everything was calm walking into church. I'd had a really good day. No one was texting me. There was nothing to respond to. The parking lot was empty. I think I was early. I think that was what happened. And I from the moment worship began, there I was, fully present, engaging with Jesus. And my whole experience at church that day was completely different. So I wanted to just have a conversation with you this morning from that experience of my own, of what we should walk into church like. So let's go to Psalm 100, verse 4. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. So there you have it. We have in this psalm great advice on how we should enter into church, really what the attitude of our heart should be. And it has nothing to do with what we're wearing. It has nothing to do with what we're saying, how we're greeting people. Really, it has to do with an attitude of the heart. And I read this verse, and almost every single weekend, I fall so short of this. I am not entering with thanksgiving. I am not entering with praise. I expect sometime during the church service I will be praising and thanking God, but that's not how I enter. But I wanted to read this verse and start a conversation just to ask, what would it take for us to be able to go into church already with an attitude of praise and thanksgiving? I know for me what that would involve is probably just 15 minutes of margin on my Sunday night. For me, I live a fairly uncomplicated life, that's what it would be for me. Maybe you have a far more complex life. It's going to take a lot more, adjustments. But what would it take to actually be able to walk into church already in an attitude of praise and thanksgiving so that from the very first down chord, of the instruments, we're there engaging with Jesus? Whatever your answer is, I would say spend some time listening to God, asking him that question, and do your very best to actually practice it. Because this is the attitude and heart that God wants from us walking into church.